to do another trailer reaction. Yeah, another superhero film because I do love my superhero stuff. I try and watch them. Well, I don't always get a chance to watch them all now because yeah, what I tend to do. I don't just go to cinema anymore, but I get the videos or DVDs rather for Christmases and birthdays. But I am a little bit behind in my superhero watching. Right now, I'm gonna do a reaction to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Apparently, this is official trailer number two. So I was trying to find official trailer number one, but I'll just go with official trailer number two because yeah, why not? I did see the first movie. The first movie was pretty decent. I'm not that much of a fan of more modern Marvel comic books. I used to read Marvel comics all the way up to the mid '90s, so a lot of the characters in the like Spider-Man Noir and Miles Morales Spider-Man. What's he called? Ultimate Spider-Man, is he? I'm not too sure. Oh, he's just another Spider-Man. He'd be in a different universe where Peter Parker was killed. So I've got some familiarity, but I don't really know the characters well, so I don't they don't resonate with me so as much. But sometimes that's a benefit, a positive, because if you don't know the characters that well, you don't know if they're being portrayed correctly or not. So you don't get like you don't get into the minutiae of the geekery. You know, like if there's a character I really know well. And I see them do something in a movie, I'm like, you wouldn't do that in the comic books, and it will play more on my mind. But if I don't know the characters very well, I haven't got that kind of frame of reference to be annoyed when they get it wrong. So let's just click play and just watch this film, or this trailer, should I say. So, starts now. New trailer.
My name is Miles Morales. I'm Brooklyn's one and only Spider-Man.
That's alright.
Things are going great.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to be here at 5. Alright, whatever.
It's just me, a different style animation from the last movie. It looks more kind of like realistic, more human looking somehow. They look very kind of like almost just like the animation level is sort of brought into a more ultra realistic kind of looking. I think they were a bit more flatter in the last film. I could be mistaken. It's been a while since I watched it. I only watched it the once, to be honest. The first Into the Spider Verse. But so yeah, so far the animation is looking more up to date. I think in the first one, Peter Parker was there as well, but it was an older Peter Parker. I think from another world. And yeah, this is an alternate dimension, isn't it? It's a different dimension of the Marvel universe. Yeah, I think in that one, I can't remember if it happened in the actual comic, in the actual cartoon. I don't think it did, but I'm sure in the comic, doesn't he get killed and get replaced? And they're like, I think it's Ultimate Fallout. I think I think Ultimate Fallout 4 is where he first appeared, Miles Morales. But he's gone very popular. That comic book goes for a lot of money now if you've got one of them. Apparently, I don't have one. But anyway, let's keep watching. Get a bit of lag.
Whatever. Wow. Whatever? So are you like a cow or a Dalmatian?
Oh.
I am the Spot.
Yeah, I've seen him. There's a good comic book cover with him on it, but it's the original Spider-Man. Like he's all these little spots, all these little holes, and he can like reach a hand in and like punch him through like the other side of the room, kind of thing. He's got these teleportational dimensional kind of discs. Quite funny. Like that. Is it? I think there was a video game called, is it called Portal? I think where you can do that kind of thing where you sort of you make a hole and you like halfway through it and you can come out behind yourself. That kind of weird stuff. But yeah, I get it. This is gonna be a joke. He's taking it all. Oh, you look at you. You got a silly spotty costume. You watch in a minute is gonna get punched in the face. I'm sure.
That's not funny. Don't do that.
Miles'
Oh.
grades are pretty good.
No.
A in AP Physics.
That's my little man.
And a B in Spanish.
Ooh, okay. Miles, are you trying mira, eso es imposible.
Yeah, because he's got a Spanish mum and a black dad, so he's got mixed race. He doesn't know his Spanish very well. Tut tut tut. You would have thought you'd been taught that as he was growing up, a bit more. But anyway, yeah, I was wrong about that. I thought so far there's not been any jokes in it. Well, I suppose that's a bit jokey. I suppose the fact he didn't do his Spanish very well. But I was fully expecting to get a punch in the face, like all of a sudden there. But no, not yet. We'll see if there's any more humour in it. I think the first one had a few. It was quite. I thought the tone of the first one was pretty good actually. There was humour in it. There was jokes in it, but it also was quite some serious sort of tone in there as well. It was, and obviously with being animation, they can get away with having all the different characters on screen and super special effects that you don't have to pay lots of money for. So it makes sense for more cartoon versions. Actually, I was surprised that everyone wasn't more cartoon. Mind you, I suppose I don't know how much cartoons come to, especially you haven't got to pay the actors. So you'd think that an animation would work out cheaper than a real life action film, but I don't know about that. Let's just carry on watching. There's a fight going on the rooftop. Don't tell me Spot's going to be the main villain for this film.
I gotta go. All right, bye.
He's lying to you, and I think you know it.
What's up, danger?
Miles, want to get out of here?
Oh, Gwen?
Spider-Gwen. I was thinking the word Spider-Gwen. Yeah, I think she's in a different dimension as well from him, isn't she? I think in the first film she comes over from the other dimension. I believe they're in a relationship in the comic books.
So wait a minute. There's an elite crew with all the best spider people in it? Who's the new guy?
Spider-Punk.
This is unbelievable.
This is the lobby.
Alright, yeah, I have sort of vaguely come across this in comic books. I'm not reading Marvel much, but I know there's Spider-Punk, who I think you just saw there. I think it's just be English, I can't remember. But yeah, I know there's a storyline at one point. I can't think it was the Spider Slayers, but all the Spider-Men across the dimensions were being killed by some body. Don't ask me who, because I only sort of saw it in passing. As I say, I've not read any Marvel since mid-90s. I've read Marvel comics, but from dated before the mid-90s, if you know what I mean. So I'm still reading Marvel here and there, but not new ones. Like more than a 30-year-old now. One is over 30 years old now. Bloody hell, it's been 30 years since I've collected Marvel comics. Gosh, I'm getting old. Anyway, carry on.
Miguel O'Hara. The whole thing was his
Spider-Man 2099.
What I gotta do to join this spider team?
You can never be part of this. Don't even get me started on Doctor Strange and the little nerd back on Earth 1999. Come on, go easy on the kid. He had a terrible teacher.
Peter,
Miles!
Oh,
you have a baby?
I have a baby.
I see.
I'll take it from here.
Interesting.
Miles.
So the original Peter Parker that we saw in the first film is still there, still alive. He's got a baby. I don't know if that's May Parker. I think she becomes Spider-Woman later on. Not no, there's been a few Spider-Women over the years. Not the original Spider-Woman, probably the third Spider-Woman. I'm not too sure. Maybe she was Spider-Girl. But I think she'd have her own comic for a while. But this is the thing with comic books. You've got different dimensions and different worlds and alternate. And you get time travel going on sometimes. It all gets a tad confusing. But yeah, so that was Spider-Man 2099. I'm trying to collect that run at the moment, actually. I picked up one the other day at London Comic Mart. So still got a few more to go before I finish that collection and I can read them. But anyway, let's crack on.
Being Spider-Man is a sacrifice. What's up, danger? You have a choice between saving one person
Oop.
and saving everyone.
That's his dad.
Send me home. I can't do that.
I can do both. Spider-Man always.
Not always.
What about Uncle Ben?
If not for Uncle Ben, most of us wouldn't be here. Can't stop me, man.
Okay, so looking at that then, I'm not quite sure who the big bad menace is of this film. But so far we've only seen Spot, but it looks like he's got to save all the spider people, or he can save his dad. He's got to make a decision. So that's not a very good decision to have to make, is it? That's a crappy thing to have to try and do. Yeah, hopefully he ends up saving the day and his dad.
You can't run forever, kid.
I can't lose one more friend.
Yeah, this isn't what we talked about. You have no idea what you're doing.
Everyone keeps.
So it looks like Spider-Man 2099 is a rather angry-looking chap there, older as well. So I wonder if something's happened in his timeline in the future that he's trying to get, I've forgotten his bloody name, Miles to sort out in the present. Maybe he's from his future, and so he's trying to get him to do something that will stop Spider-Man 29's future coming to pass. Because you can see he's looking very angry and very kind of like, you know, committed and wants Miles to do something, obviously. Yeah, I don't know otherwise why Miles is the only one who can sort out the problem. Maybe it's something to do with his universe and only he can... I don't understand. Well, we'll obviously have to watch the film, but I can imagine if only he could affect it because it's in his universe. But Spider-Gwen can get into his universe, and we just saw the other Spider people in his universe as well. So anyway, I'd be interested to find out exactly what the menace is or the problem is that only he can solve, and why he's 2099 getting his pants in a twist.
Keeps telling me how my story is supposed
think there was a guy called Scarlet Spider there as well. I believe that was the guy we just saw there. Wow, I was sort of a bit confused, isn't it? With this many Spider-Men going on. And also, this just me on the animation of this section looked different to the animation from the beginning, where it looked more kind of like real life kind of figures. These look a lot more stylized, a lot more video game kind of looking characters. Maybe I don't know if that's just my imagination, but I find it. I mean, this is only the second. Well, I've done some trailer reactions in the past, but this is the second one I've done on this channel, and I kind of like some of it whizzes past too quickly, and it goes over my head, and I'm like, "What did I just see there? What was that I just saw?" So if I'm missing stuff, then it wouldn't surprise me. My brain doesn't work as quick as it used to. Across the Spider-Verse.
I looked at my uncle and...
Let me guess. He died?
Okay, that's a flashback to the Spider-Man origin, how he first started using his superpowers for good rather than for his own self-benefit. Everyone knows the story by now where he let a robber go who ended up killing his Uncle Ben, and that's when he realised that with great power comes great responsibility, and that poor spider bloke there was obviously getting some counselling from the spider therapist. It's interesting. June the 2nd, so that's coming up pretty soon. So any more on that trailer? Nope, nothing. That's the trailer. Okay, so yeah, it's Sony in association with Marvel, isn't it? So I think Sony are the ones who own the Venom and who was the other one they did? No, they definitely own Venom though, didn't they? And the Morbius. That's another one I haven't seen yet. Morbius. I'll get around to it eventually. But anyway, that wasn't a bad looking. Wasn't a bad looking trailer. Can't say I'm super excited. I don't get super excited, to be honest. My I'm on a kind of plateau most of the time. Never get super excited or get super bummed really. But yeah, that was okay, interesting. I ain't gonna go to the cinema to watch it, but hopefully it will come to a streaming platform someday that I can watch it on, because I would check it out. Maybe I'll even go and check out the first one again, because it's been a while since I've seen it and I've completely forgotten about it, to be honest. That's one I don't own, because quite often I'll say I get DVDs of movies for birthdays and Christmases, and I haven't got that one yet. But yeah, to be honest, I get given superhero movies, and I never watch them again. I watch them once when I first get them, and then they just sit gathering dust for years. But anyway, yeah, that looked like a pretty decent movie. Yeah, go check it out. What do you think? What did I miss? Was there any sort of characters that I missed out there, or have you got any of your own theories of what's going to occur in the movie? Leave a comment if you wish. Cheers for watching, and yeah, see you sometime soon for another reaction.